Good morning, my friends. So today we are going to upload your video to YouTube. And so if you're ready, we're going to start by opening Premiere Rush where you've made your project. And to this point, you should have your photos. You should have your voiceovers for every single photo. And you should have a running song that ends at the same time. And so everything should end at that same point right here at the end. All right, once you have all of that, we are now going to save your project. Easily we come up here to share, and we're going to hit export. And it's going to run through and it's going to process the whole thing. Now it's important during this process that you don't navigate away from this page. You don't open another tab, you don't close Rush. That's going to create some problems for you if you do that. So once it's rendered, it gives you these other options, and we're not going to do any of these things because you saw that little pop-up window that said save to your camera roll. So all we need to do is hit done. Okay, and that's it. That's all we have to do in Rush today. Then we're going to go back to our home screen. And now we need to open Chrome. Now, please, those of you who are very into using Safari, please use Chrome instead. Because what you need to do for Chrome is you're going to log in. Now, I'm going to show you something else today, and it is called the Magic Waffle. And what we're going to do is you're going to type in the address bar, mytusd.org. Now, mytusd is going to take you to the Chrome version of Drive. Now, this is really hard to work with. You can't really save files easily and move files around in here. The only thing we're going to use this for is to get to the Magic Waffle. Now, pay attention to this next step. You're going to come up here to this menu bar, the little three dots, and down here at the bottom, you see where it says desktop version. I want you to click on that. Once you click on desktop version, it's going to do this, and it's taken you to the desktop version of Drive. So you can just go ahead and close that little notification bar. And what I want you to do is, if it looks like this, I want you to hit the bookmark button, which is that one right there, the star up at the top. And we are going to edit that bookmark. All right. Now up here, the name is going to be my drive, and I want you to delete that, and I want you to type in Magic Waffle. Now, why do I have you do that? Well, I'm going to show you. We hit done, so we save our changes. Now, the Magic Waffle is really one of Google's most powerful tools for you, and it's this thing right here. Now, the reason I call it the Magic Waffle is if you are in the desktop version, you can see it. If you're on your computer, you can see this. And so all you have to do is click on that, and it opens all of your Google apps, including PowerSchool Learning, any additions that you've made. And all of those are right here. And all of your MyTUSD apps that you have access to are right in this field. And if you're on a computer, you can move those around. For example, you can see I put my classroom at the very top. You might have your YouTube down here further under this line that says more. You may have to scroll down and see your YouTube icon. But if you're on a computer, you can just grab that and drag it up and put it where you want it. All right, so we're going to go to YouTube. Now I know everyone starts to geek out and do stuff like that, but we're just going to go here to YouTube. Now, I have gone ahead and I've logged in as my daughter's account because I want to show you what happens when you try to upload stuff. So what we're going to do is we are going to click on this little button right here. You should see this button right here. If you don't, you should just be able to click on that and go to my channel. Okay. But this little upload button you should be able to see. All right. And if you click on that button, it will probably do this to you. Now, you cannot change either one of those names. Those are managed by the district. This is a district YouTube account. It's controlled and managed by the district, but it is your school YouTube account. Now, once you do that, you just create a channel. Okay, and it should take you to this website. It may take you to something that looks slightly different, but this is the only really confusing bit, because you're like, oh, well, how do I drag files in here? How do I do that? Well, pay attention. First thing you want to do is you want to make sure that any video you upload is unlisted. Now, from the options here, you can see public, unlisted, private, and scheduled. Private, you are the only one that ever gets to see that. You can't share that with anyone. You can't show that to anyone unless they are logged into your account. Scheduled means that I want that to show up on a certain date. So maybe I created this video yesterday and I wanted it to drop today. That's what I would do. We also have unlisted. Now, unlisted is not private. It's in between public. It's not searchable. So if I named that video Mr. Hollingsaid's Rush Tutorial, and someone did a YouTube search for Mr. Hollingsaid's Rush Tutorial, they would find that video. Now, I need to be very cautious with you. Some people believe that this is unlisted, and so that this is private. Here's the issue. If I check that, I upload a video that I only want my friend to see, and I send my friend that link of that video, because that's the only way he can get to it, is having a direct link to it. Well, what does my friend now have? Well, he has a link to that video, and he could forward that link to somebody else, and they could also watch that video. So unlisted is not private. So do not get confused that you can post things that you don't want people to see as unlisted and assume they're going to be completely private. They're just not as easy to find. They're not easy to access. I am not going to have you, most of the videos I do for you guys are public, which means that they are searchable and I can share them with other teachers. And if you go to my YouTube channel, you can see all of my public videos. Okay, so we are going to do this as unlisted. What do we do next? Well, we tap right there in the center. Now, that doesn't seem to make a lot of sense, but you'll need to remember, you tap it, it turns it red, and then you are going to go to Photo Library, which is where our video was saved. And so I can go to Recents or All Photos or even Videos. I can see that it's there in all three of those. But if I go to Videos, I'm going to click on that. I'm going to check that one, which should be down here at the very bottom, Most Recent. And then I hit right there at the top, Done. It's going to open the video. I could watch it and play through it. Oh, yes, that's the video I want. Pause it, and then I'm going to hit Use. It's going to compress the video. And it's going to upload it here. One of the major mistakes, are we all paying attention? One of the major mistakes is, do you see this big old long, gnarly, automatically generated name? Trim 4D424E4A. That is the title of the video. We don't want that to be the title of the video. So what we want to do is we want to type with capitals, capitalize V, it's a title, vacation. Okay. And then you're going to do a space, hyphen, space. Now, usually I'd have you put your last name here, but because this is on the internet, I don't really want you to do that. What I do want you to do is I want you to say where you went. Remember, capitals, please. In the description field, you are going to type in proper grammar. This is, whoops. My perfect vacation to, actually, I think I did Bora Bora. So I need to change that as well. Okay, this is my perfect vacation to Bora Bora. Now, because this is unlisted, tags do not really matter. But if it was something that you're posting and you wanted people to be able to find it, you put in a tag. Now, I want you to be very cautious because these tags are not hashtags. Hashtags have very specific rules. No capitals, no spaces, no odd symbols and things. So hashtags are very specific, and usually they're specific to Twitter. We can put tags that have a lot of different broken rules according to the Twitter things. And so our first tag is going to be MR with a capital M, period, space, which you can't do with a hashtag, capitalize, H, period. That's my first tag. How do I turn it into a tag? I hit go. All right, my next tag I'm going to use is HEWES and go. And I'm also going to do one for tech. All right, so those are my 3 tags. Over here, next thing. So just to review, you change the name, add a description, add your tags. And then down here, we make sure it's unlisted, and we're going to add to a playlist. We click on that. There are no playlists, so you're going to create a new playlist. And we are going to call that playlist capital D, capital S, capital T for digital storytelling. And we are not going to make that public. We are going to make that private because my playlists are just for me. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to hit create. So what I have now is I have digital storytelling playlist. It is unlisted. It is Mr. H, Hughes Tech, description, title. Up here you see the thumbnail of where it's going to start. I can come down here and I can choose multiple different thumbnails. Now, there's also ways for me to upload a specific picture, which is sometimes you'll see that if you're on YouTube, that there seems to be a picture as the title slide that doesn't actually show up in the video. That's how you do that. You do that down here. But we're just going to pick one, and I'm just going to leave it on the thank you slide. You could pick whichever one you want, but that usually gives you, well, it does. It always gives you 3 options that you can do. Once you've got all of that, we hit done. Now, this is the link that you need to turn in on Google Classroom. Here's the problem. Sometimes if you click in it, it automatically pulls it up, and the easiest thing in the world is hit copy. But sometimes if you click in it, which mine is of course going to work all the time, sometimes if you click on it, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. And it's just frustrating for you. Okay. So what you can do is you can click on the actual video. It opens the video. And then up here at the top, you could copy this big old long URL. All right. But the one we really want is that other link. So if you can do that other link, you should probably be able to do share as well. And there's the link again, same link as before. But there are several different ways for you to get that. This link, even though it looks all weird and funny, is the exact same number sequence. See that number letter sequence right there? That is the same as that little number letter sequence right there, because that's your actual YouTube video identifier. All right. So once we've done that, then we go into Classroom. And of course, yours looks different than mine, but we would go into Classroom. You would go to Add Link, paste that link to your video right there. And then you're going to come back here to your YouTube. Now, if you want to get back to see your YouTube channel, the easiest thing to do is click on my channel. And on my channel, right up at the top, there is an option for Video Manager. Okay? And under Video Manager, you see that video that you just uploaded. You can click on Edit, and you can see all of your stuff. And look, what do you see right there? There's your link one more time. Here's your options. So if you messed up and didn't change your title, you can update your title. You can update all of your things. You can update your playlist. All right. And then you could also add and change your thumbnail. There are lots of options here to play with, and you can play with those yourself, but that's your basic upload to YouTube option. And it's very nice when you're doing digital storytelling to do that. All right, my friends, that is your lesson for today. So please make sure that your video, once you upload it, is titled, description, tags, and DST. Now I want you to come here and look right here, and we're going to have this so I can see your slide description all the way down here. So I say TST, and then what I'm going to do, I am going to screenshot. What do I do with the screenshot? Well, I go to Drive. I go to my P7 elective. I upload my screenshots. Once it's uploaded, do I leave it as that totally unhelpful name right there? Nope. Click on it, rename it, and then we're going to do Perfect Vacation. Whoops. Perfect Vacation and YouTube. And then space, hyphen, space, last name. Okay, so verification YouTube, last name, rename it, and you're going to attach that to Google Classroom. So you'll have two attachments for this assignment, the screenshot, and you've already pasted the link to your YouTube video. I need both things for you to get full credit. All right, my friends, I'm hoping that that was clear. We are going to be open for meetings. And so if you want to come in and have a chat, have some questions, clarify some things, or go back and rewatch the video. Have a marvelous day, and we will talk to you later.